So let's try solving this LeetCode daily question. So today is April 21st. So today's daily challenge is triangle. Well, let's see how long will I take to resolve this problem. So triangle. Given a triangle array, return the minimum path sum from top to bottom. For each step, you may move to an adjacent number of the row below. More formally, if you are on index I, on the current row, you may move to either index I or I plus 1 on the next row. Okay, so this is the first example that we have. The root is 2, and the second level is 3, 4, and then 6, 5, 7, 4, 1, 8, 3, and then the minimum path. So we are trying to get the minimum path sum from top to bottom. So for this one is 2, 3, 5, 8, which sum up to 11. Okay. I think I did this before, so I already searched. Here's my old code, and I did it 2019, so I will try not to see my old solution. But I already take a look at the solution and the discussion. It looks like it's a dynamic programming problem, but my first instinct when I saw this, although I did it before, I think I'm gonna try DFS. So let's try it, because DFS plus memorization is dynamic programming. Okay, so let's try. How do we start? The input is the list of integer, and it's triangle. Okay. I don't even know where to start. So let's forget about memorization. So let's do DFS first. So I will always need to send triangle to it, and the current level will be 0. The current element will be 0, and I probably need to remember the sum, so I will send it current sum, which is 0, 2, and then I probably need to remember the rest is new 1, a size 1 array, and how about I pass that to there too, so that I can return res 0. Okay, now what's in the private void DFS? And then first it's a list of the triangle, and let's just do I. That's the first level. J that's the index in that level. And what is that? So that's the current sum. And then of course res, which is the minimum, by the way. So because I already picked the solution, according to the solution, the reason why this is a good example for dynamic programming is because although it looks like a tree, there are some node that we are going to visit repeatedly. So because for example for 3, if we are currently in 3, and obviously next we are going to visit C6 and 5, but for 4 it's gonna visit 5 and 7, so 5 is visited twice. So we are going to calculate the result of the 5 twice. So it's better that we use dynamic programming or memorization to memorize the already calculated result for this node 5. But let's forget about the memo first, or let's do the memo. How do I do the memo? I will need to have an integer array, right? Can they sum up to 0? They could, because the element could be negative. So how do I do the memorization? Oh god. I originally want to do an array, but I need to initialize the array. So how about we do a hash map? Okay, let's do it, so that I don't need to initialize everything. So if I need a map, let me do string to integer, a map, or memo. Anyway, new a hash map. Okay, and then I pass this map into the DFS. Map of string in integer. Is that so? Okay. So now that I have a memo, what I will do is, if map contains key, the key will be I plus comma plus j. Okay. I probably don't need to return void. I could return. Okay, so the triangle length is at least 1, so there will be always a root. So I am going to return DFS. Which DFS will return the minimum value of my child, and then I will add to the root. The root is, oh no, that's the minimum value, so I probably don't need the rest. I only need oh god. Okay, I only need the mammal. Oh god, my cat is blocking the screen. Okay. So now let's take out the rest. How long have passed? Okay. So I probably don't need a current sum. So if this is visited, let's return map dot get this. Or if this is the last level, I is the level. So if I equals to triangle dot size, right? So oh, should be -1. Then I will put the map dot put. Okay, let's do a string key first. A string key equals to this first, so that I don't need to type this again and again. Key. So I will put key and my value triangle dot get I dot get j let's take this out too. So int value equals to this, and then I will put this in here so that I can return, wow, Okay, so now if it's not the end, I am going to call the next level. So int meme equals to the math, the main DFS. So I pass triangle, and I is the next level, so it should be I plus 1. J is the same. Do I need current sum? No. So I don't need current sum. I remove the current sum. Remove it. Right? And the same next level. J plus 1. Remove this and pass the map. Okay, so after we got the main, we then put the key and vol plus main. Then we can return vol plus main. I doubt this will work. Okay, let's try it. Compile error DFS incompatible type void. I'm not doing void. I'm doing integer. Oops, 11. Wow. Looks like this first test case works. Let's try the second test case, of course. Are there special cases? This is a special case, and what's the other special case? I don't know yet. Okay, but the follow-up is, could you do this using only O of n extra space, where n is the total number of rows in the triangle? So for me currently I am I haven't submit yet. Let's try it. Okay, it passed. But I am using way more extra space because I'm doing recursion, so I'm using the system stack, and I am using the memo, so it's O of m times n plus the system stack. So can I do that using only extra? Can I? Is that possible? That's probably possible. But how? dynamic programming. So if we do a bottom up, we only need to memorize the prior level, and we only have n level, so the space will be O of n. But how do we do a bottom up? Okay, so let's try bottom up dynamic programming. But I don't want to erase my anyways, let's try it. Let's try dynamic programming. So I will declare an array integer array of dp of the size of the last level, so it will be triangle dot size. No, triangle dot get triangle. Okay, let's declare the n equals to triangle, because I can't spell triangle dot size. Int m is the triangle dot get m minus 1 dot size. That should work. And then we declare an integer array of size m. Okay, so let's do I better not type in comments bottom up, because I can't spell bottom up. Okay.